I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers out there who's doing the works in truth and in sincerity. My name's Kanawak from Great Millstone, Toronto. Doing a lesson here. Today is February the 16th, 2018. Today the movie Black Panther is supposed to come out in theaters, which is showing like basically a black utopia, of so-called blacks was supposed to represent the Israelites, basically in a ruling kingdom. Most likely, if I have the chance tonight, I'm gonna definitely check it out, God willing. And today I just was skimming through some articles on Russia Today, and we're definitely in the time of prophecy, man. Definitely, man. And the news, everything what's happening in the news is prophetic events, man. And this year could very much be the year of the fall of this kingdom, man. And I don't see this kingdom going on another year or two, man. This kingdom could very much fall, within Lord willing the next couple months. Who knows, man? Because the scripture says to hasten the day, man. But it says this is Matthew 24. And I started at 1. Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And this is talking about 70 AD, where Titus and Vespasian and so on, they invaded Jerusalem. They compassed us, and many of our people fled into the interiors of Africa, North Africa, West Africa, and so on. And some of us fled into the north, east, all over. Our people fled that land because we were under siege, man. And the ones who were captives in the land, they they resorted to cannibalism and stuff because we were starved out, because of the siege. The scripture talks about that, man. And that was a part of that this was mentioned in Deuteronomy 28, of us being besieged round about, and that was a part of the curse. And this was a prophecy that came to pass 70 AD, man. And like that was basically the start, like the start of our fall, like pretty much, because the kingdom was already split, and the other tribes were over here. The 10 other tribes, they're already over here, man. In the Americas. And then the ones, House of Judah, pretty much, the House of Judah was pretty much in the land, So that scripture came past 70 AD. It says, Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And that's been going on for many years, man. You have all kind of different people trying to say that they're the Messiah. You had people of people calling themselves Israelites, like what's his name, Yahweh Ben Yahweh, the Comforter and stuff. Basically calling themselves the Messiah. People look up to people like Haile Selassie as a Messiah and all that shit. Our people. But all these people are false messiahs, man. Because if the Messiah Because when the true Messiah comes on this earth, the whole earth is gonna know, man. And all these empires that's in rulership right now is gonna come to an end, man. All these kings and stuff, all these governments that's in power is gonna come to an end, man. It says, for all these things must come to pass. Says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And when you go on like world news and stuff, and you read these headlines, that's all you're hearing about: wars and rumors of wars, man. No, Russia started anti-US campaign long before I announced I will run. All these propaganda and stuff. This is US Pacific Command Admiral ready for a war with China, but it hopes it won't. So you guys want to go to war with China, man. China has man, I could imagine their army, man, because their population is like a billion or so, or a billion people or something. So imagine their army, man. Iran has over a million troops, ready right now, man, to fight the war. So imagine China, man. Says Florida governor calls for FBI director's resignation over Miss Parkland tip-off. War opens as Cruz Rubio go against CNN over gun law interviews. Because you guys and also what's been going on Valentine's Day, there was a massacre in Florida, a Valentine's Day massacre. Okay. And basically that's gonna make them impose stricter gun laws, and people are gonna lose their people are gonna lose their freedom, man. So, and this one says absurd meddling claims, indictment of Russians show new US policy. Russia tests new Arctic air defense system, man. So you see all these stuff, man. All these stuff is leading up to the Third World War, man. And all you nations who take part in this war, mainly America, aka Babylon, Iran, which is known as Persia in the Bible, the Medes, which is known as the Russians, you know what I mean, Moab, or China, which is known as Moab in the Bible, Even certain of these Hamite nations, they possess nuclear power, man. And they're gonna be involved as well, man. Says and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, man. Every day you hear about earthquake, man. For the past almost 10 years, man. I mean, as long as I've been in this truth, man, every week you hear about some earthquake, man, and it's just getting worse, man. And all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So, and basically, like this is the time that we're in, because, we're gonna be persecuted for Yahweh Shai's sake, for preaching the word, for standing up, and teaching our people, man, for standing up for the Lord, and teaching our people, and presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, man. So Esau's gonna make his move on us very soon, man. And some of us are gonna be cast into prisons, tortured. Certain brothers are gonna escape that, man, because the Most High is gonna bless certain brothers with spiritual powers, man. Because the scripture talks about when the enemy shall come in like a flood, then shall the Most High lift up a standard against them. I'm gonna get that scripture. You know. I'm gonna get this scripture as a precept. It says, and though the Lord give you the bread, Isaiah 30:20, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left, man. So the Most High is going to protect his teachers, man. He's not going to force us to be, you know, I mean, like, some of us are going to be afflicted, but, but as a whole, like, there's going to be balance, man. The Most High is going to, like, whether he sends his, his angels, you know what I mean? Or he grants certain brothers with spiritual power, man. You know? You Edomites, you guys aren't gonna prevail in this war, man. I know it was in Isaiah. I forgot the exact book. Isaiah 59, yeah. Isaiah 59 and 19. Yeah. Isaiah 59 verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. Alright, the four corners of the earth, man. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. And that's what they're gonna do, man. Because because they're gonna come in with their stormtroopers, and they're gonna be after us, man, and they're gonna be after the 2/3, man, and many of our people of the so-called Negroes, so-called natives, and so-called Latinos are gonna die, man, in this civil unrest, this martial law and stuff, man, when they're gonna implement this microchip, man, and implement this whole new world order, man, because they plan on reducing the earth population to 500 million. And the Earth's population is over 8 billion or whatever, man. According to their dumb statistics. And what they want to do is reduce the Earth's population, man. And the Most High is not going to cause that to happen, man. The Most High is going to cause many people to die, but he's not going to cause them to fulfill the 10 commandments or the 10... because they have these laws written in over there in Georgia, the state of Georgia, where it's basically the white man's 10 commandments, but it's his 10 commandments in wickedness as to what he wants to do on earth, man. The Most High is not going to cause them to prevail. But with that, I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh Bashim Shai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the brothers out there who's doing the works in truth and sincerity. Stay strong and keep pushing the works. If you guys have any good articles, expose it, man, and air out these devils' plans, man. So with that, I'd like to say shalom and kwam yashala.